If you can't beat the heat this May, get inside and chill with some brand new Netflix programming. The streaming giant is kicking off the month with more original films and shows than ever before, from scream-worthy sci-fi thrillers to gut-busting comedies. There's going to be something new for everyone this month, so follow along as we look at everything coming to Netflix in May 2018, starting with the Netflix originals. Sometimes. This international drama sees 7 patients anxiously waiting in a medical clinic for the results of their HIV tests. Impatient, they bribe the attendant to get the results earlier, then struggle to come to terms with the news that one of them is positive. Sometimes arrives on May 1st. The Rain, Season 1. Sci-fi thrillers seem to be a popular catch for Netflix because the streaming service is loading up on new releases in the genre. Netflix first announced their upcoming Danish series, The Rain, back in June 2017, and the recent teasers showcase a desolate post-apocalyptic world where being infected with a deadly virus is as easy as getting caught in a summer shower. All 8 episodes of The Rain make landfall on May 4th. Anon. Starring Clive Owen and Amanda Seyfried, Netflix's upcoming sci-fi film Anon takes place in a future where technology has rendered anonymity and, as a result, crime almost non-existent. But when the police land on the trail of a woman who can apparently hack into people's neural implants and alter their perceptions of the world, life suddenly gets a lot more dangerous.
Placing a moving image in real time.
How do you stop a criminal who can change what's right in front of your eyes? Find out when Anon arrives on May 4th. Endgame. This new documentary from filmmakers Jeffrey Friedman and Rob Epstein explores life at the end of the line. What do people feel as their final days approach? Through a series of interviews with hospice patients and people on life support, Endgame looks for answers to life's toughest questions. Look for it on May 4th. Dear White People, Season 2. This satirical comedy generated a lot of controversy when it was released in 2017, but went on to earn critical praise for its portrayal of race and discrimination in a mostly white upper-class college. Each episode of the series hones in on a different character, exploring their relationships with their fellow classmates. Fans have been eagerly awaiting the second season for months, and the wait is finally over on May 4th. Manhunt. Netflix's upcoming thriller Manhunt centers on a Chinese lawyer who's been framed for murder. To clear his name, he has to team up with a Japanese detective to uncover the real reasons behind the frame-up. Directed by kung fu action icon John Woo, Manhunt looks like an edge-of-your-seat thrill ride that's definitely worth keeping on your radar for May 4th. Forgive Us Our Debts. In this Italian film, a man deeply in debt is forced to start working for a violent enforcer to collect other people's debts. As he gets more involved in his new job, he begins to suspect that his new boss and mentor is worse than he could have ever imagined. Forgive Us Our Debts premieres on May 4th. Busted. This show looks ridiculous. It's a Korean detective comedy/variety show, and each episode will see the Motley Crue crew solving a different mystery. Are all their cases connected? We have no idea. The description says that there's one big mystery behind the show, but based on the trailer, we don't even know exactly what that means. Take a look, if you dare, on May 4th. A Little Help with Carol Burnett. Comedian Carol Burnett made a name for herself in the 70s with her sketch comedy series The Carol Burnett Show, and she's been trucking along ever since. Now, she'll join the Netflix ranks with A Little Help with Carol Burnett, a series that will see the comedy icon and her celebrity guests learn the ins and outs of the modern world with a little help from tech-savvy children.
Stay woke.
Stay woke. I will.
Check it out on May 4th. Safe, Season 1. Michael C. Hall hasn't graced the small screen much since Dexter wrapped in 2013, but this month will mark his triumphant return as he headlines in the upcoming series Safe. In Safe, Hall stars as a father of 2 who has to take matters into his own hands when one of his daughters goes missing. As he digs deeper into his seemingly perfect suburban community, he finds more skeletons than he ever expected. The entire first season of Safe drops on May 10th. Bill Nye Saves the World, Season 3. The science guy is back again with a new season of his Netflix show, Bill Nye Saves the World. The series hasn't been met with a lot of fan praise so far, although audiences did seem to warm up to Nye a little during the second season. In the upcoming third season, Bill Nye will tackle issues including evolution, food science, and stem cells with a host of celebrity guest stars. Check it out on May 11th. The Kissing Booth. Based on the book of the same name, The Kissing Booth is a teen drama about a girl who finds herself face-to-face with the hottest boy in school and her longtime crush in a carnival kissing booth. Should she kiss him, even though he's also the brother of her best friend? Keep a defibrillator on hand, because these plot twists are truly heart-stopping. Look for The Kissing Booth on May 11. Evil Genius. Netflix brings something new to the documentary table every month, and this May they're adding Evil Genius, a 4-part series on the so-called pizza bomber heist that happened in Pennsylvania in 2003. The robbery involved a pizza delivery man who walked into a bank with a bomb collar around his neck. Evil Genius examines new details in the case and takes a closer look at the mastermind behind the whole messed-up episode. Tune in for all the twists and turns on May 11th. Cargo. Starring Martin Freeman, Cargo is about a man in a zombie apocalypse who has to find a way to care for his infant child, even though he himself is becoming infected. Cargo is based on the 2013 short film of the same name, which is one of the most emotional 6.5 minutes you're likely to watch anytime soon. If the film is as good as the short and can manage to offer some fresh surprises, it's bound to be a hit. Look for Cargo to stream on Netflix on May 18th. Catching Feelings. After premiering at the Los Angeles Film Festival in 2017, this critically praised South African comedy finally snagged a distributor in the form of Netflix. The story is a quiet look at a young teacher and his wife whose lives suddenly change when a famous writer moves in with them. Equal parts hilarious and heartwarming, Catching Feelings looks like another great addition to the Netflix lineup. Check it out on May 18th. Mob Psycho 100 Season 1. Based on an anime that's based on a manga, Mob Psycho 100 is about a quiet middle schooler who begins developing dangerous psychic powers. All he wants to do is have a normal life, but to do that, he'll have to figure out a way to control his powers and his emotions. The upcoming live-action series drops on May 22nd. Terrace House, Opening New Doors, Part 2. This unusual Japanese reality show is something of a sleeper hit with Western audiences, offering a glimpse into the lives of a group of young people living together in the same house. Opening New Doors is the third rendition of the popular series and sees a new group living in a cabin in the woods. If you haven't checked it out yet, now's the time. Part 2 of Terrace House, Opening New Doors hits Netflix on May 22nd. Explained. Ever wondered how cryptocurrencies work? How about what goes on behind the scenes of the K-pop industry? Netflix's new docuseries Explained looks into obscure topics like these to shed light on some of the oddest mysteries of our time. You can catch the whole show when it drops on May 23rd. Fauda, Season 2. Possibly the highest-rated show you've never heard of, Fauda is an Israeli political thriller that was voted one of 2017's best international shows by the New York Times. Season 1 followed a military unit on the hunt for a diabolical terrorist. If Season 2 follows in the same steps, you can bet it'll be packed with action, drama, and political intrigue. Find out on May 24th. Ibiza. In this romantic comedy, Gillian Jacobs stars as a woman who takes a working trip to Spain with her best friends in tow and ends up on a search for a famous DJ on the island of Ibiza. Phoebe Robinson and Saturday Night Live's Vanessa Bayer co-star, along with Game of Thrones' Richard Madden. Look for it on May 25th. The Toys That Made Us Season 2. Netflix's documentary series The Toys That Made Us takes a nostalgia-fueled look at some of the most iconic toys of the 80s and 90s, from Star Wars figurines to He-Man action figures. But with only 4 episodes in the first season, fans were definitely clamoring for more. Season 2 will delve into the rich stories behind even more toys, with Legos guaranteed on the horizon, as well as a deep dive into the numerous disasters that plagued Star Trek toys. Look for it on May 25th. Troll Hunters Part 3. Few animated shows have garnered as much praise or been surrounded by as much tragedy as DreamWorks' Troll Hunters. Spearheaded by Guillermo del Toro, the show is about a boy who uses a magical amulet to travel to the realm of trolls. After the passing of Anton Yelchin, who voiced the main character, Del Toro decided to go ahead and release Part 2 as Yelchin's vocals were already recorded. What direction they'll take in Part 3 remains to be seen, but we'll all find out on May 25th. Sarah's Notebook. Years after Laura's sister goes missing in the Congo, a photo turns up that may give Laura a clue to her sister's whereabouts. She decides to head deep into the jungle to track down her sister and get her home safely. Filled with high-stakes adventure and drama, Sarah's Notebook looks like a sure winner for Netflix this month. Look for it on May 26th. The Break with Michelle Wolf. Netflix has enjoyed some success with its weekly series like The Joel McHale Show and My Next Guest with David Letterman, and they're apparently eager to explore the format a little more. The Break with Michelle Wolf will see The Daily Show's Michelle Wolf hosting a weekly sketch comedy show. Netflix hasn't released many details yet, so we'll have to wait until May 27th to find out what it's all about. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt Season 4. 3 seasons after leaving her underground cult bunker, Kimmy Schmidt is still going strong. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt returns for a 4th season on May 30th. Original stand-up comedy. Big changes are on the horizon for stand-up fans this May. John Mulaney kicks off the month with his new special Kid Gorgeous Live at Radio City, and on the 8th, look for Harry Kondabolu, Warn Your Relatives. On May 13th, Ali Wong takes shots at parenthood, children, and pregnancy with a brand new special Hard Knock Wife, followed by Tig Notaro, Happy to Be Here on May 22nd.
Finally, May 25th sees the reunion of comedy greats Steve Martin and Martin Short as they land on Netflix with An Evening You Will Forget for the Rest of Your Life.
That's all for the Netflix specials coming in May. Now let's turn to all the other movies and shows you can look forward to this month. New movies. It's high-stakes action all the way this May, with new highlights like The Bourne Ultimatum and Hellboy 2: The Golden Army coming to Netflix's lineup on the first of the month. You'll be able to scare up plenty of laughs with a whole host of new comedy films making their way to the streaming service. The first of the month will see Amelie, Beautiful Girls, Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay, and The Clapper, to name a few.
May also marks the arrival of some great new dramas.
On the 14th, check out The Phantom of the Opera, and the day after that, look for Only God Forgives. That's definitely a selection to get excited about. For brand new documentaries, keep your eyes peeled for 27, Gone Too Soon, a fascinating glimpse into the surprisingly long list of rockers who passed away at the age of 27. That arrives on the 1st, along with A Life of Its Own, The Truth About Medical Marijuana, and The Carter Effect. And if kids aren't excited about a new pot documentary, don't worry, Family Time is going to get even better in May, with over half a dozen new releases hitting Netflix. Highlights include Shrek on the 1st and Bridge to Terabithia on the 19th. And on the 29th, Netflix is bringing in Disney Pixar's Coco. Netflix is also sneaking some brand new chillers and thrillers into their selection, with plenty of great films to scare the pants off even the most die-hard horror fan. Several classics are showing up in May, including Red Dragon and Scream 2, both of which arrive on the 1st.
I'm gonna blame the movies.
New television. On the television front, viewers will have plenty to choose from this May.
If you're looking for kids shows, Netflix has you covered with Season 1 of Barbie Dreamhouse Adventures and Season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 on the 1st.
For more grown-up fare, look out for new seasons of Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce on the 15th, Scandal on the 19th, and Shooter on the 22nd. Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.